All right, it's Bill here. Here's my thoughts on a 6-3 loss to the St. Louis Blues for the Toronto Maple Leafs. All right, well, the Leafs lose 6-3. I'm just going to get into the game. I thought it was a lousy effort overall. Right from get-go, didn't like the effort. We'll go through the game if you'd like. The first line was not good. Austin Matthews, obviously, with his the mouth hanging out a little bit, didn't really show up. It wasn't his greatest game, although third period picked it up. Marner, Bunting played well, so if I'm going to rate that line, it wasn't bad. Second line, I thought they were bad. I know Nylander scored 2 goals, but they really didn't sustain any pressure. Nothing to see. I thought the third line was good. So third line, I would say, hey, A+, well done. I thought Kampf, Kase, Mikheyev was fantastic in this game. Fourth line was brutal. I didn't like the game at all. They had a couple good shifts, I will say that. Engvall, Simmons, and Spezza. But overall, on for a couple goals. Not a very good game. Let's go to the defense. Riley and Brody. I'm going to be a B. I thought Hall and Sandin actually played pretty good. And then we're going to get into where I'm going to go with this. So I've had enough. Anyone who watched this game knows where I'm going to go with this. If you watched my videos, if you watched anything that I do, you know where I'm going to go with this. The worst defenseman in the NHL, Jake Muzzin, at it again. If you think Jake Muzzin is an NHL defenseman, I just want to know. Put it in your comments. Tell me why Jake Muzzin is an NHL defenseman. I would love to know. Then I would love to know what your IQ is. And past that, I would like to know if you think the sky's pink or they didn't land on the moon. Name a conspiracy theory. Because I would like you to know that I think you're an absolute moron if you think that Jake Muzzin is an NHL defenseman. But instead of me yipping and yapping, I'm going to show you the first 2 picks of how Jake Muzzin likes to play defense. Enjoy. All right. You just saw the videos, so I checked because I wasn't sure, wasn't positive, needed a little refreshing. But when I checked his position on NHL.com, it wasn't left wing. It said defense. Pretty sure he was playing left wing in those 2 things I just showed you. This actually happened in the game. Now, why commentators don't have it? You know what? I wouldn't be surprised. The Athletic, whoever they are, Joshua Cloak or Omar, whatever the F your name is, good game, Muzzin. That's a B. Maybe he'll even get an A- today. Who knows? Because they really watched the game. I just showed you 2 clips where he's playing left wing. That's not his position. I checked. It says D. Doesn't say LW. It says D. You tell me. I'm an idiot. I'm a friggin' moron. Tell me what position I just showed you him playing. By the way, on both of those videos I just showed you, Campbell had to make an amazing save. Now let me show you the second goal of the game and where Jake Muzzin was. Let me know what you think. Let me help you out. He's left defense. Now that ended up being a goal. He overplayed the right-hand side. Ex-Leaf Tyler Bozak makes the pass. And it's in the back of the net. 2-0. Muzzin's been on for both goals. So I think, is he just having a bad game? I keep hearing some Leaf fans, who I have absolutely no respect for, "Oh, don't worry, Muzzin's going to get better. He's going to get really good. Yeah, he's going to be really better." He's terrible! But just to prove the thought, on a team that's 32 wins, 13 losses, and 3 ties, Jake Muzzin is the 3rd worst plus-minus on the team at -4. Do you remember when Muzzin wasn't playing? That was days when Bill had a smile on his face. I was like the Joker. I thought, we're not playing bad defensively. We're winning. Then they bring this bag of nails back. Do you know who's worse than Jake Muzzin on the plus-minus? I'll let you have a guess. Guess. Justin Hall, you say. No. Timothy Liljegren, you say. No. Here are the 2 players that are the worst plus-minus other than Jake. Overrated, overpaid. Go back to Woodstock, you friggin' bearded prick. Kyle Clifford and Nick Ritchie. Those are the 2 worst plus-minus. And who are they playing for right now? Not playing for the Leafs. Who else should not be playing for the Leafs? I'm going to go through the defensemen on the Leafs right now and their plus-minuses. Morgan Riley, +16. TJ Brody, the only person that plays defense on the team, +11. Timothy Liljegren, who gets the bench, who gets the hot seat up in the press box, who gets blamed for everything, +9. Justin Hall, who you've heard me torch. I don't think he's a very good defenseman, +7. Oh my God. Travis Dermott, the guy who played a really great game last game and saw the press box tonight. What's his plus-minus? +7. Rasmus Sandin, who has had the unfortunate pleasure of having to play with Dummy, +5. That's your 6 defensemen. There's one that doesn't admit in. You know who it is? Jake Muzzin, -4. So you think if he's playing up, as you saw in those videos, he's got good stats this year? Nah, no. 39 games played, 2 goals, 10 assists, 12 points. Averages 21 minutes a game. It's embarrassing. So there's 2 things I'm going to take into account here. Sheldon Keefe, why are you playing this guy? Kyle Dubas, you signed this guy for $5 million? $5.5 million? $5.75 million? You need to send him back to Woodstock, wherever the frig he's from. Join his other buddy, Joe Thornton, with their friggin' beards and their overrated, charity case bullshit. And they both got leg injuries. Can you imagine they got a leg injury? Oh, long-term injury reserve. Free up the $5.7 million and spend it on an actual defenseman. This game, the Leafs should have won. The Leafs tied it up 3-3. You're thinking, okay, we're going. Come on. Even with the disgrace that is Muzzin, we've tied it 3-3. We got the momentum going into the 3rd period, okay? Nylander's got it going, even though I didn't think he played very well. He scored 2 nice goals. The 3rd line is cooking with grease. This is good stuff. The 1st line is pulling it up in the 3rd period. They played a really good. Marner was good. You've heard me torch Marner. Marner was good. Bunting was going to the net. Matthews looked like he was struggling, but again, his mouth has got no teeth. I can understand that that's probably not the most pleasant experience. And then this happens. Watch this video. Do you understand? If you watch the game, maybe I'm watching some of the game that no one else is watching. Maybe it is. The guys that text me during the game see it the same way I do. But maybe I'm watching another game. I don't know. Jake Muzzin was nowhere near the front of the net. You know where the goal got scored? He was holding hand. It was like he was going on a romantic stroll on the beach with Ryan O'Reilly at the top of the circle, hash marks, going, "Hey, Ryan, what are you doing tomorrow? Maybe we can go out for dinner? What do you think? Oh, how's the family doing, Ryan? Have you been arrested at a Tim Hortons lately? Oh, well, that was a shame that you got arrested at that Tim Hortons." While the guy out front of the net is scoring the goal. I didn't make this up. You watched the video. You saw it, right? You saw the goal go in? Who was it? Brandon Sod? Sorry, I was trying to remember who the player was. Brian Sod. Any thoughts on where Muzzin's positioning was? I've just showed you 4 videos of the worst defense that I've ever seen. I mean, this guy's on a different level. He makes Chris Kotsopoulos look like goddamn Chris Pronger. And yet, this guy still gets the play. Let me go through the plus minuses again. Riley 16, Brody 11, Lilligren 9, Hall 7, Dermott, the guy who sat tonight, 7, Sandine 5, nearly Kyle Clifford, Nick Ritchie worthy -4. Please explain to me, just in the comments. I never ask for comments. I don't like likes. Probably no one's going to watch this goddamn video anyways. I do it for the sake of trying to be entertaining. I don't friggin' know if I'm entertaining. I'm watching the game, yelling at walls, yelling at text. How do you watch the video of this game, Sheldon Keefe and Kyle Dubas, and keep putting this dumbass out there? And yes, I said it. Don't make it personal, Bill. How in the world does Jake Muzzin finish that game and think he had a fantastic game? How does he not know he's hurting the team? How does he not know? Let's go through the goals. He was on for 3 that were directly his fault. The 5th goal was a deflection at the top. Really not much that Campbell can do. The 6th one's an empty netter. And the other goal that Muzzin wasn't on for was a beautiful goal by Braden Shen where Campbell makes the first save and the guy pops it in the second time. The other 3 goals are a direct result of Jake Muzzin being a horrible defenseman. I have to, in my brain, go back to when he was a King. I don't believe he was good at all. I'm trying to remember. I know we traded for him, and I know Babcock didn't like him right off the bat. And they were all right last year because they're playing Vancouver, Calgary, Winnipeg, and Edmonton, Montreal, and Ottawa 9 times in a year. So maybe him and Hall looked all right. I'm struggling. You've watched the videos. How in the world are the Leafs going to do well with that on defense? That's $5.75 million tied up for 2 more years on those 3 videos that I showed you. Now, well, just a bad game, Bill. Bad game, Bill. -4 when the next worst defenseman is 9 points above you on the plus minus. Tim, the guy who sat in the press box today, is 11 plus minus ahead of you. So That's the guy whose fault it is. Dermot. You're telling me if Dermot played before Muzzin today, those goals go in? Sit this guy. I know he's high-priced, but hey, you know, $5 million per popcorn? Sure. Got, you know, GM needs a drink of water at some point. Maybe you can get, that's a high-priced waiter, but he's way better than watching him play. I don't know what to think. I showed you the videos. If you think that Muzzin is a good defenseman, and you disagree with me, but you're allowed to do. I know in this country it's tough to think about that now, because if you disagree with someone, usually it doesn't go well. I'm okay with you if you disagree with me. Totally cool. Put in your comments why you think so. Show me what I'm missing. Show me the video of the solid play that Jake Muzzin made tonight. Yeah, he had a shot on net. Okay, wow. Ooh, hero cookie. I can't wait to see what the guys in the Athletic rank him. Probably an A+, because I'm missing something here. I hope everyone has a good night. I certainly didn't watching Muzzin. Here's cheering for the next Muzzin injury so we can actually put Dermot back in. Cheers.